Are you tired of looking at the old-fashioned blue square loading screen for The Sims 2 that came out in 2004? Well, today I'm going to show you how to modernize your Sims 2 game even more by installing custom loading screens. Now you can have lovely loading screens that look like this. Right here is a nice fall scene, but I'm going to show you how to install 6 different loading screens, and each time you start the game, your game will choose a different one and randomize between them. As always, I will link to the websites I am referring to down in the description box. So first of all, you're going to go to the Great Cheesecake Personas Tumblr. This is one of my favorite creators for The Sims 2, and they have made a lot of awesome things such as skylines and loading screens and UI mods, but today we're going to focus on the loading screens. They have created these lovely widescreen loading screens for The Sims 2 and a randomizer. These loading screens are for all common resolutions, even 1920 by 1080, and there is a new logo that's also used in the neighborhood selection. So here are the 6 different loading screens, a lovely fall scene that I just showed you on my loading screen, and there is a winter city. This looks like kind of like tropical, and a couple of mountain scenes. They all look really lovely when you're loading your game. You can also choose between 2 different logos if you want just The Sims 2 or if you want The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection. It doesn't matter which install you have, you can choose either one of these. So it is possible to just install a single one of these if you want, but today I'm going to show you how to install all 6 of them and have your game choose randomly between them each time your game starts. So the first thing we're going to do is scroll down to download, and you choose the one you want, either Ultimate Collection or base game. The only difference between them is that the Ultimate Collection version actually says Ultimate Collection and the base game just says The Sims 2. I'm going to choose Ultimate Collection today. You'll be taken to a Sim file share page, and you need to download every one of these, all 6 of the loading screens and the logo small package. Once you've downloaded these, the next step is to download the randomizer. So just leave these in your downloads folder for now. We're going to come back to these in a moment. So if you click the loading randomizer right here on this page, it's going to take you to the old version. You need to download the new loading randomizer, which you can get to by clicking right here. And of course, I will also have that link down below in the description box. Just make sure you're on the page that says loading randomizer 2, and it has a picture that looks like this. Then scroll down and click the download button. It will only work if you have Windows 7, 8, and 10. If you have any other operating system, you won't be able to use this. So download the loading randomizer from Sim File Share. After you download it in your downloads folder or wherever your downloads go on your computer, you will have a zipped folder called loading randomizer. You need to unzip this. The way that I unzip files is just to right click and click extract all, say extract, and it's going to extract everything to the same folder. The steps might be slightly different for you depending on what program you use to extract your zipped files. I use 7-zip. Now you will have an unzip folder called loading randomizer. So this step is very important. You probably don't want to keep this in your downloads folder. If you're like me and you obsessively clean out your downloads folder, you don't want something to live there forever. So you want to move this folder wherever you want it to live on your computer now, before we do any setup. I have a folder in my documents called The Sims 2, and this is where I keep various things like tools and spreadsheets and just all my Sims 2 stuff. This is also where I keep my loading randomizer folder. So move it somewhere safe that you want it to stay. Once you've moved your loading randomizer folder, double click it to open, and then open up the bin folder. Inside the bin folder, double click on the loading randomizer application. It looks like a little green circly blob. If you have Windows 10, you might get this warning that says Windows protected your PC. Just click more info and run anyway. This program is completely safe. Now click setup loading randomizer. And now we're going to select our root folder. This is where all your installed Sims 2 games are located. And right here, it tells you exactly where to go. If you have the disk version, you're going to go to Program Files 86, EA Games. If you have the Ultimate Collection, you're going to go to Program Files 86, Origin Games, The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection. So just click the select root folder. It will already take you to your Windows folder, so you just have to go to Program Files and then to the correct folder. Because I have the Ultimate Collection, I'm going under Origin Games, The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection, and then I'm going to select that folder. Then we can click Next. And now we're going to select the path to our base game UI folder. This is TS Data Res UI. So click the select UI folder. You're already going to be in your Sims 2 folder exactly where you need to be. If you have the Ultimate Collection, you need to go under Double Deluxe, Base, TS Data, Res, and select the UI folder. If you have the disc version of the game, it's going to be under the Sims 2, somewhere under there. Look for the base game folder and then TS Data Res UI. I don't know exactly what the folder path is. Then we can click next. And now we're going to select the path to our executable file. This is the last stuff pack or expansion pack that you have installed. So this is going to be under TS bin. So click select executable file. You're already going to be in your Sims 2 folder. And if you have the Ultimate Collection, you are going to go under Fun with Pets, SP9, Stuff Pack 9, TS Bin, and you're going to see your application icon right here, Sims 2 EP9. If you have the disc version, you need to find the most recent EP that you have and select the executable file. You can click Open and then choose Next. Now you don't have to do anything on this screen, so just go to Next. And now we are going to set a shortcut. The loading randomizer actually starts the game for you, so a second before that happens, the program picks a random loading screen and splash file and inserts it into the correct folders. In order to have your loading screens randomized every time, the loading randomizer must be executed instead of the actual game. To give yourself the illusion that you are starting The Sims 2 and not loading randomizer, you should set a shortcut. So click on Set Shortcut, and if you're not already, I think it will already take you to your desktop, but if not, select your desktop and then just type in Sims 2. It should be saved as a .ink file and click Save. Now you're going to have a shortcut on your desktop, and this is what you're going to use every time you want to play The Sims 2. Click Next, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to play in windowed mode? I always play in windowed mode because I stream and make videos, so I need to be in windowed mode. If you don't want to, if you only want to play in full screen, just leave this blank. I'm going to put in my width and height here as 1920 by 1080 and click Save. Do you want to save? It's going to ask you again, do you want to save? Say yes. Now configuration is done and Loading Randomizer created two new folders for you. One is called Custom Loading Screens and one is called Custom Splash Music. I'm not going to show you how to do custom splash music because it's exactly the same as custom loading screens. If you have various different splash music that you want to use, you just put it in the folder, the same as custom loading screens. Make sure you put it in the music folder, and then the game will randomize that upon startup. But today we're just going to focus on the loading screens. So click Next. You are all finished. Click Exit. Now you want to go back to your downloads folder where we downloaded all of those screens before. Now I only have one here because I'm just doing this as an example, but make sure you downloaded all 6 of the loading screens plus the small logo or logo small. Now go back to your loading randomizer folder and there should be 2 new folders underneath bin, custom loading screens and custom splash music. Open up custom loading screens and move, either cut and paste or drag over all of the loading screens that you downloaded here. When you finish, your folder should look like this. It should have all 6 loading screens and it should be under Loading Randomizer Custom Loading Screens. Now we just have one more step, and that's the logo. The logo small goes into your UI menu. So once again, go back to Windows, your C drive, Program Files 86, Origin Games if you have the Ultimate Collection. If you don't have the Ultimate Collection, look for EA Games. Then go to The Sims 2 or The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection. Find your base game folder for the Ultimate Collection. That is under Double Deluxe, Base. Go to TS Data, Res, and UI. Inside the UI folder, you're going to drag this logo small over. Make sure this GCKP Sims 2 UC logo small is in your TS Data Res UI folder. Now don't pay attention to these other files. This is for another mod that I'm going to show you at another time. Just make sure you have this small logo in there. Now go back to your desktop and find the Sims 2 shortcut that you just created. If you hover over it, it should say location, documents, loading randomizer / bin, or wherever you put your loading randomizer file. Double click that to start your game. Now when you start up your game, you should have a brand new, beautiful widescreen loading screen with your new logo. Make sure you don't have any other logo replacements in that folder or this will conflict. And also make sure that you never change the name of any of the files or folders that you downloaded. That can screw everything up. Just leave everything named exactly as it is. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope this helps you enjoy your Sims 2 game just a little bit more by making it look a little bit more modern. If you want other ideas for modernizing your Sims 2 game, I will put a couple more videos here on the screen for you right now. And don't forget to subscribe because I'll be making more of these videos in the future. My name is Cindy, and I will see you with a new video very soon. Thank you so much for watching.